Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce to you Recruit Foundation course number 73, as we refer to them in training school as RFC 73. This course consists of 10 student officers, which range in the age of 19 as our youngest and our eldest being 42 years of age. We have 4 females on this course and 6 males, and 9 of the officers are Bermudian and 1 is a spouse of Bermudian from the island of Jamaica. The course is a total of 25 weeks, which commenced on Monday the 30th of August, 2010, and which will schedule to finish on February 29th, 2011. During that time, the students will be undergoing classes in law and procedure, as well as practical aspects of policing. They would do officer safety, PT, drill. They will also have 2 operational breaks within that period, 2 3-week breaks where they will leave us and they will go out on the street to get some hands-on experience and then come back into the classroom, and we can discuss what they went through, how they dealt with it, and we can look at anything that we need to work out before they leave us in February. This course here, we're aiming to do some things a bit different in that we're looking to put out what we call the omnicompetent officer. This course here, we're aiming to have them also all go out as trained drivers. So that way, once they're out and they're in their respective divisions, we won't have to pull them back from their divisions, therefore extracting them from their watches, which could result in manpower issues. So this way, if we have them fully trained prior to leaving us, we can avoid those extractions and leave them out on the beat.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions from the media?
No, if you could sort of just be talking to them, a couple of sentences saying to them what is expected of them.
Well, basically,
We're looking at them and you're saying.
okay. The students know far as what is expected of them, as we've told them from day one, that everything that we're aiming to do here in training school is to turn them out to be that omnicompetent officer. So everything that we do here, guys, you know there's a reason for doing it. From the basic reports, which they're starting off doing in their pocket notebooks, and what we call an 845 report, if they're late for duty or something like that, we mark those from an early stage because you know the reason behind that is for when we progress into case files and to bigger reports, that if we correct it at this stage, then when it gets down to the latter stage, by the time you leave us here, that your report writing, your case files that you put together should be on point. That I've told you that my aim is when you leave here that you rival any watch member that you're going to be joining down in your divisions, that your paperwork, the way you conduct yourselves, is going to be on par with anybody that's been out there, so it's going to be hard to distinguish whether you are new officers or you are seasoned officers in the Bermuda Police Service. So you know we have some high standards academically. You guys know you have your 16, well, no, it's not 16. It's going to be 19 weekly tests, and those tests are to prepare you for the 3 main exams that you're going to have, the phase exams. And by getting you the information and testing you the information on a weekly basis, when it comes to your phase exams, it should make your phase exams easier because we would have been testing you in that knowledge. You're going to be doing officer safety training next week, which you all will pass, and you all will get your certification and receive your ASP and your handcuffs and your captor spray. You will have your CURE training this week, which will be training in diversity on Friday coming up. And last week Friday we all went out to Paget Island and we did the team building day, and that was done so you will get to know each other better, so the instructors to get to know you better. So when we place you in your syndicates, and the syndicates have been invented to foster a sort of team spirit, competition, where 2 syndicates will be competing against each other for the shield when you do pass out. I've spoken to you guys about the various awards that are available, the academic awards, the Baton of Honor, the My Lord Cup, for the recruit that puts in the most effort. The academic award, I've told you guys, is self-explanatory, is for the recruit that attains the highest academic average over the 29 weeks. And then there's the Baton of Honor, which is the most coveted award, and that's for the best all-round recruit. So besides the Syndicate Shield, there are other awards for you to attain. So you guys know what is expected of you, that you you show up, you work hard, and you give 100%, and if you give 100%, you're gonna get back just that, okay?
Any other questions?
So you said 25 weeks, so they're based in this classroom?
Well, it's 19 weeks in the classroom, plus 2 3-week operational breaks, so 19 plus the 6 weeks operational breaks, it makes a total of 25.
Okay. So those 25 weeks, what are the times they would have to be here?
They make at 7:45 in the morning, and they finish up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes it goes a little over. We do offer Saturday study sessions, which are not mandatory, but they're available for the students to take advantage of if they wish. And those study sessions, again, we go over what happened in the classroom that week. We prepare them for the upcoming exams, i.e. the practicals and the theory-based exams. The first phase, I believe, ends October 17th. And that's the phase they're in now, which is what we call the first phase. And we do the course of what we call 3 phases, because we like them to crawl first before they can walk, and then they can run. And in the crawl stages, they're covering the basics of policing. They're learning their powers. They're going to learn their powers of arrest, how to do pocket notebook entries, how to write minor reports, things like that. And at the end of their first phase, they will go out for their first 3-week operational breaks. And after they finish the first 3-week operational break, they'll come back to us and they will begin their second phase. The second phase will become more in detail. They'll be doing statement taking. They'll be learning the court process. They'll be preparing files. They'll be covering sexual assault offenses and things like that. We'll have a lot of outside lecturers coming in also to speak to them in the areas that they'll be covering. Then they begin their second operational break on December 18th. And that operational break will run right up until January the 9th, and they'll return to training school January 10th for what we call their final phase. And the final phase, it's basically tying together phase 1, phase 2, including narcotics and other areas. Through the entire 3 phases, of course, they'll be learning the new PACE laws, and the final phase ends with their graduation ceremony on February 29th, if all goes well.
Okay.
And you just touched on for the first time they're going to be training in driver
Yes.
training. Is that for bikes, cars, or all vehicles?
No, it's just going to be for cars.
For cars?
Because what normally used to happen is they'll leave training school, and after a while being on division, they would have to come back to training school to do what we call their standard driving course. This way, they will go out fully trained, so we don't have to extract people from the watches, so the watches will not be working short.